You know what, guys, I'd like to start this one out with just simply saying to all of those who have sent me the nasty little messages and the little emails telling me about how I have offended you and your multiple gendered personality, what the hell ever. I just want to start this out by saying, once again, there are only two genders. I'm Mike Hunt with ACM, and here we go. Alright guys, first of all, to stay notified, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you can keep up to date whenever we release new videos. Okay guys, so I'm going to start this video out by saying that we're going to throw in the allegedly and everything else on here right off the bat. But currently I'm doing some research onto some interesting things that one of my subscribers has brought to my attention, and I think it's pretty damn interesting to think about the fact that Alec Baldwin, his father, Alexander Baldwin, was a firearms training instructor, coach, all kinds of things. Sure makes that seem a whole lot less like a lack of knowledge type situation, doesn't it? I'm going to have to go with a yes. And, you know, I got a lot of criticism about the first video that I made where I said, well, I made a political reference, political joke, this or that, but let's get a little bit funnier about it. And let's talk about the fact that not Helena, but the director that was actually shot during this incident was actually supposed to be in a trial that's involving one of Hillary Clinton's aides over some type of a sexual assault situation. Now again, I'm going to throw out allegedly and everything else on this because I am still doing research on it, and I want to say that I want to find out 100% that I'm throwing facts at you. There's a lot of information out there about this, but some of the problem is some of the sources that it's coming from. And I mean, I don't want to be another CNN, but I will say that there is some of this that's definitely coming to light and looking pretty damn factual and looking really bad when you start to think about the fact that, man, is Alec Baldwin, is he just a hitman for Hillary now? I mean, is that what he is? Because, boy, I tell you what, it ain't looking none too good for the boy as far as that goes. Now, as far as going to jail, well, of course, he's still a free man. I'd love to understand that one, because I don't care how you look at it, any which way, shape, or form. Now knowing that he has a complete background in firearms training, as having a father as a firearms instruction coach, we know that he knew to clear that weapon himself before he would fire, test fire, dry run, anything of the sorts. As somebody who has been completely trained on firearms, he knows this. That's not a question, and that's not even a mistake at that point. That makes him much, much more liable than it would have previously. If he had not already had some type of actual firearms training, not that he should have gotten off anyway, but he could have played some games on technicalities. This is literally the same as if you have a dog that is trained to attack and you have it attack somebody versus you have a mutt that just happens to go over to protect you. The mutt that goes over to help protect you, well, yep, they might put your dog to sleep. If you have an attack-trained dog that goes over and attacks somebody, you're liable and you could actually face jail time for just that. That's the seriousness implicated here in knowing that Alec has complete, full, unadulterated knowledge of a firearm and how it should have been handled. And he disregarded that. And I don't think he disregarded it. It's becoming more and more like he actually possibly intended to do this. And even worse than that, if this all ties in together, Elena may have been the accident, and the one that he was actually trying to take down may have been the one that only got injured. Again, guys, going to do more real research into it. Anybody has some great spots I can look into for a future video on this, please throw it at me down in the comments. I'd appreciate that, because I am working throwing a lot of effort into this as far as trying to find out the origins of these complaints and this and that, to see how deep this person actually was and how much testimony she had to give. And it's pretty interesting with Hillary Clinton's name coming up with somebody accidentally getting shot. Just saying, Epstein didn't kill himself. Guys, that's what I got for the moment. So have a quality evening, and God bless America, and fuck everyone else. I'm out.